And then when I say, can you build this? I think he has trouble turning it down. Because
yeah, honestly. Another day, another picture Kaylin showed me on Pinterest of something she wanted me to build. Here's a sneak peek.
Okay, so this shelf has a beadboard back, and we previously had these two shelves that were just from IKEA. I think they were like $15 each. We got 3 of them and put them up in my son's nursery when he was born. That was 4 years ago, and I was looking at them realizing it would be really nice to have like something like this in the living room, but different and something he could home make, because I like when we get rid of things that we bought and then replace it with something that he builds. I think it's fun that he builds things that are in our house. So I found this picture on Pinterest and I thought, you could build that, right? And then he looked at it and was like, yeah, a beadboard there. Do you want the front like that or do you want the front like this? And asked me some questions. I basically copied these IKEA bookshelves that I had in my son's nursery when he was little. And I looked at like the length and we just wanted them like a little bit longer. And then we realized instead of just simple ones on the wall, we wanted like an actual unit. I wanted an actual unit. So then we just looked at beadboard prices and he told me it would probably be built with 1x4s, and we had 1x4s in our scrap pile.
We picked up the beadboard at Menards, and they had a, I don't know. Yeah, it was $10, or maybe it was just $12.
It was like $12 without the Menards.
Oh yeah, because they quoted the rebate prices online, and that always throws me off. But yeah, the in-store price was like $12. And what was it, like 36 by 36, or was it 4? I think it was bigger maybe.
The size of it.
So that was fairly cheap. I don't know what size that was. I'll go measure.
He's gonna measure how the beadboard we got. We got unfinished, and we're gonna throw together the shelf rather quickly on a weeknight. Actually, it'll probably take us like 2 nights this week. Maybe I will paint it while he's at work this week.
Okay, it's 48 by 32, so it's still just short of 3 feet, I guess, on the bottom, but it's 4 feet wide.
4 feet by a little under 3 feet.
But I guess these would be the panels that you'd maybe buy like to actually do your walls if you're gonna do trim on top.
True. Actually, I think you get bigger ones. How does it make you feel when I show you pictures every week and ask if you can build something?
You have a lot of faith in me, but there's not really anything I won't try to make either, so.
I think some people from afar probably are like, did she force him to make all that? But he likes to build stuff. And then when I say, can you build this? I think he has trouble turning it down. Because
yeah, honestly, or if we're gonna buy something like it, I will just go crazy until I end up making one.
Yeah, there's a few things that I'm like, let's just buy it. He's like, no, let's make it. And then we just build everything. Ronnie, go.
I took the back of it and I just traced it. I literally just laid it on the ground and traced the outside of this. And then I put glue on the frame, on the actual bookshelf, and then I just plopped it on top of it and nailed it down. So now, while the glue is drying, I just need to add some weight to the back, because some of the staples went all the way through, because my air compressor, I can set it, but it's just kind of fluctuating right now. So it's kind of going through some of them. So anyways, I'm gonna put weight on it while the glue is drying, and then it'll all adhere good.
Wait, explain. Used 1x4s, but what depth you did for the book.
Okay, so I actually just used all scrap wood for the book, except for the back. This is just scrap wood I grabbed from a pile. It was from a 1x12, and I just cut it down to 2 1/4. So these are all 2 1/4 inch width all the way down. I just ripped them down my table saw. So 2 1/4 inch ripped down, and then I was able to get 4 pieces out of that 1x12. And then I just needed 1 extra for the side, so I just went and found 1 extra scrap piece.
What did we do for the height? Between
the
them?
height is 30, so these are 28.5 to accommodate the 3/4 inch on top and bottom. The width is 36 inches, and then this middle one is the same, 1.5 inches shorter, so it is 34.5, this middle board. So corner to corner, or like actual dimensions, it's 30 high by 36 wide by 2 1/4 deep in the shelves. Okay, now I'm putting on, I don't know what you want to call them, but the book catch so it doesn't fall, the bar above the shelf. From the bottom of this we measured, just because it was easier for me to put my square like this, and just measure to my point. But this is 4 1/4 from the bottom, so the actual space is 3.5. I'm just gonna wood glue these in. I'm hoping that this is sturdy enough. It seems like it will be. It's kind of a long length. These are cut down, so this is just like a regular board. Like, I mean, you can buy any 1x board, and it'll be 3/4, which is this width here. And I just took it and put it in my table saw at 1/2 inch. So these are both 1/2 inch wide. It gets a little sketchy cutting on the table saw like that, but as long as you have your fence set really good and straight, and the top part, it's good to add a little additional. This is a really crude, easy way to do it, but essentially, like when you're running this through, your blade's spinning this way, and it constantly wants to go up. So if you run this through and you have something to stop another fence this way, then it's not gonna jump up on you, because there's no way for you to like hold it. Anyhow, this is key.
And use a push stick so you don't cut your fingers off.
This will forever be one of my favorite tools. It's like effortless. It's like butter when you're cutting through. And it just cuts nice and flush.
Did I see it?
But yeah, it looks like he just like took gum out of your mouth and stuck it here.
Why? Because I just put too much on?
Well, it's just like using a spatula is not like as easy as you think it is.
No, that's a good job. Alright, Max is sanding the wood filler. I wood filled it while he was at work yesterday, and I really filled it. He said I put too much on, so he's using an electric sander on it because I put too much on. But when I paint it, I just didn't want all the holes from... Oh my gosh, that was a
The spider already moved in.
Oh, yeah, the other day it had. I just didn't want all the holes from the nails, but that was just the quickest way to build it. And wood filling it is so fast, so it was worth it. I'm gonna go get the paint. Okay, we forgot one important step. So we're gonna do that quick before I paint, but he was gonna add little strips at the bottom, so it'll be behind the books where we'll screw it to the wall, because we were both like, wait, how are we gonna screw it to the wall again? So this is what we got going. I'm assuming he will sand them quick so they don't have dirt on them.
I like dirt. I think it looks nice.
Just take the sander and sand one end. All right. All right. I'm going to paint this. Max is gonna get tablecloth for me. I have like a plastic tablecloth we've had for like 5 or 6 years. Actually, since we got married, so over 7 years. And I'm just gonna lay that over the picnic table and paint it on the picnic table. I'm going with this paint color called Windy Blue by Sherwin-Williams, and you will see it when I put it on there. I don't need to explain it, I guess you'll see it. And then we will just put the screws in like somewhere on here and somewhere on here. And then when the books are on there, it will cover those. So I think that will be perfect. We've never built something and painted it, I don't think. I think we've always stained or waxed it and like kept it like wood.
No, I just wanted to block it up for you because you'll be able to paint it easier.
Oh my gosh, yes. Alright, next step, have your husband block it up for you.
Well, you could do it too if you just find some wood.
Also,
anyone could do it.
Also, if your husband is building it, maybe he's painting it. I don't know. I wanted to paint. This is adorable. We should have just done this when we had one in his nursery. If you are getting Sherwin-Williams paint, I'm assuming you'll ask them what kind of paint, but this is paint that is for trim or doors or wood. So it has like an enamel finish, which is the best part about it.
I think you need to just be using this first and cutting your edges first.
No, it does the edges just fine actually. Alright, it is finished. It's the next day. To be transparent, we ended up this morning, Max sanded the beadboard because we realized we purposely tried to get unfinished beadboard on purpose because we wanted to be able to paint it, but we didn't want the white already primed one. And we were like, why is the paint beading on this? And it had laminate like coating on it. We went on Menard's website and we were like, are you kidding me? So make sure when you buy your beadboard to get like unfinished stuff. Anyway, he sanded the whole back and then we repainted it and it's fine. That's how it looks. Wait, is that the sanded?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cute like that. Ta-da!
Ta-da! That was perfect.
Ta-da!
She's wearing 2 different flower patterns.
Yeah, look at how pretty. Should we put your books in here? Okay, the bookshelf is up. The kids were really excited to get it up, and I was probably most excited to get it up, so we hung it up late at night, and it was kind of dark, so the lighting wasn't great, but we mixed in our books and library books. Something I was very excited about this bookshelf for was when we get our library books, they kind of like mix into ours when they go back on the bookshelf, or I have to like keep them all out like stacked on the coffee table or something. In this way, if we have library books, I feel like it'll be easier to keep all the library books like out in this space, and then they won't get mixed in as easily, which is super nice. I also just wanted to note like a few things to remember. Don't forget, if you get beadboard, to get something that does not have any like poly, or I forgot the spray ours had on it, some type of finish that we had to sand, that Max had to sand through. And then you will, because there's like an opening, obviously if you tilt a book when you put it on there too much, it will fall through. That's not like a fail in the design, it's just like part of the design. They kind of lean back. It doesn't happen every time you put a book on there. It's just like once in a while when you put a book on there, yes, it can fall through the hole, but most likely it doesn't do that. They just kind of like lean back, especially when it's on the wall. We practiced putting books on there because I wanted to take a photo of it in good lighting, so I just leaned it up against the wall. And when it was leaned up against the wall, a lot of books fell through because it was like leaned up that way. But when it's on the wall, books don't really fall through that often. In fact, my kids were using it all morning and not a single book fell through when they put a book back, but it happened to me once today. So anyway, it's not a flaw in the design. I looked at many different ones to see how they were, and a few people did route out the bottom, so it had something to like catch. They just routed out a little groove along the whole thing for the books to kind of like slide into. All right, lastly, just a side note, apart from this project, Max and I have really been enjoying just sharing what he's building, what I'm making, creating, what we're making, building, creating, whatever together, and sharing the ideas and just like how to do it with you guys. Not that you have to do it exactly, but just like, oh, cool, they did it this way. I'd love to do something like that, but make it a little taller and work in this space or whatever. So the goal is just to like inspire and add value to others. Obviously, it's hard to get out one video a week, but this makes it like simpler, and we just really feel led to. We would always get comments saying, oh my gosh, you should sell a few of these, people would buy them. And while that seemed super cool, we just don't really have time for that with our commitment just to like our family and our main priorities as husband and wife and other things, being a mom, Max's job, those main things that are first. So it has been fun to do these videos, and I feel like it's just going how we wanted it to. Like, oh, he's building this thing this week, I'll help record a video for it. Or like, I'm doing this week, I'll just record videos while I do it. Anyways, so thanks for watching. I hope that these ideas coming from Max's perspective and my perspective give different ideas. If anyone noticed, I made two playlists. One is handmade by mom and handmade by dad, just to give ideas. Like if you're a mom and you're like, I want to make more things for the kids, hopefully that playlist could grow and you can have, I see ideas on there, and then Max's playlist will grow on things handmade by dad to give you ideas. You could scroll through that playlist and maybe think of an idea or see an idea on there to share with your husband, or dads could already, if you're watching this, see that. I think that's it. That was just a side note I've just been thinking about. So thanks for watching. I hope that these are enjoyable, and I'm sure not every single person is watching every single how-to or little tutorial on all of our different things. But we are happy to share all of our different things, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.